Solana enters the second day of, I don't know, being hacked. There's this exploit that has not been patched yet. So here's the thing. There's a couple wallets, Phantom and also Slope. I never heard of Slope before. These are supposed to be non-custodial wallets, right? And they give you the private key. However, there were still thousands of wallets drained. 7,767 wallets drained, to be exact. And in total, the damage has been around $5 to $6 million. So luckily, it's not like hundreds of millions or billions at this time. But one wonders, how is this possible that these wallets were affected when they're supposed to be non-custodial wallets, right? So is this a bigger thing that's happening right now on Solana? We don't know. We don't know. We can only speculate. So CEO of Solana Labs, Antoli, says it's something to do with a supply chain attack. So he tweeted out, what did he tweet out? He's like, at first, he's like, it's an iOS supply chain attack. Multiple plausible wallets that only receive SOL had no interactions beyond receiving have been affected, right? As well as key that were imported in iOS. So at first, he was saying, well, this has something to do with iOS. I don't know if he was implying that somehow... I don't even really know what he's implying, whether or not like the Apple Store or something had something to do with the employees within an Apple Store, Apple, Play Store. I don't know. But then he followed a tweet saying no, it's Android as well, so it's not an iOS thing. And then he goes on and blames effing Apple and Google, give us secure signing and recovering this device. Effing hell. What's the point of putting effing hell when you already said the F word on the beginning? So obviously Antoli is feeling the pressure right now. I don't know. He's trying to, at first he was trying to blame Apple. Then he's attacking Android. So I don't even actually know what's going on. I don't think he does either, right? But the good thing is, it seems like it has been limited to just 7,767 wallets right now, right? And there's no evidence that hardware wallets like Ledger has been impacted. So if you do have a Ledger, I've been telling you guys about getting a hardware wallet, right? If you have a Ledger, safe thing to do is to send Solana to it right now. We might be past it. It seems like the draining has stopped, but still, this has affected several wallets like Slope and Phantom. Phantom is a mobile browser wallet. Slope, I believe, is both a browser and mobile. So it's affected both. But right now, not hardware wallets. Or maybe it has affected hardware wallets too, but just no one knows about it. But hopefully not. And this is still ongoing. So obviously, this is not a good look for Solana. There's been a lot of FUD around Solana these days because of all the network outages, because the denial of service attacks, because of Antoli's own comments about how Bitcoin needs to change, right? And now they're suffering this, and it's no good. It's no good. So as developments happen, I will let you guys know. But right now, just be careful with your own funds. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to know what to do now, right? Because you have a couple wallets that are supposed to be non-custodial, yet they were hacked, right? So just I guess just be careful. Stick with hardware wallets right now if you can. Unfortunately, you have another bridge called Nomad that was drained close to $200 million last night. So, of course, this is not good. Another bridge following the Harmony bridge, following the Ronin bridge, right? We don't know who did it yet. Probably the North Koreans, but we don't know at this time. So, unfortunately, another major hack has happened. This is a really good time to be safeguarding your own crypto. I've been saying that, right? the space is being attacked right now. That's for sure. You got a lot of hackers that's looking at all these projects that have hundreds of millions of dollars on them. And they're trying to do their best to exploit every little security hole or vulnerability. And unfortunately, some of them are being drained away, right? So be careful with your own funds. But overall, as a space, it's obvious that we are early. It's obvious there are some projects that need to do better when it comes to their security and patching and auditing and stuff like that, right? But that does not mean, as a whole, crypto is doomed or Bitcoin is doomed. No. It just means that we are very, very early, and projects just need to do better. Honestly, that's what it means. Before, the SEC and Gary wants to dominate the world, but the CFTC and other agencies are like, no, right? We control commodities. And right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are deemed commodities, right? No matter what Gary thinks, on paper, it's been declared that Bitcoin and Ethereum are commodities, both. And if that's the case, CFTC controls commodities. SEC controls securities, right? So there is a new bill from the Senate that basically designates the CFTC to regulate Bitcoin and Ethereum and basically all future commodities, right? I think Gary knows this. This is why he's so desperate to try to make everything a security. Because if they're deemed security, then of course it's under his jurisdiction and he wants to control everything. Reddit controls all of equities market, right? Options market, ETF, everything he controls. He wants to control crypto too, right? But not everything is a security, Gary. And I'm glad to see we have some allies. We have some people that also think the same way. So can Ethereum be saved by this new bill basically being deemed as a commodity and Gary can't change that anymore? Possibly. Right now, it's still set. Ethereum is a commodity, not a security. Even though Gary wants to make it a security, because if it is, then it takes the defense away from Ripple. Because Ripple is holding on to the fact that Ethereum was deemed a commodity. They want that evidence. The SEC will not give it to them. They are dragging their feet as much as possible. So they are trying as hard as they can to try to reverse course and say, no, Ethereum is not a commodity, it's a security, because then it takes the defense away from Ripple. But unfortunately, or I should say fortunately, that's not going to happen, right? So most likely, I think Ripple is going to win, and it's going to be a huge thing for all crypto, and that's what we want to see, right? Gary is getting a little too greedy right now. Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, Cardano founder, he basically said that they delayed Vasil hard fork once again, right? This is the second time, and it's due to them making sure that they want to get things right because of all the things that's happening. He doesn't want to rush anything out. He wants to make sure the code is perfect, right? Especially now with everything that's happening, right? With all the hacks and stuff that we're seeing, right? He wants to make sure things are okay before releasing, right? There's no need to rush. So people get, they bash Cardano, they bash Charles sometimes because of these kind of delays, right? But, he's doing the opposite of what some of these other chains are doing, which is to make sure and double and triple and quadruple check before releasing new code, right? But the good thing is their side chain that's EVM compatible was a Milko Meta. Not familiar with this one, but this EVM compatible side chain is growing by leaps and bounds already. 100,000 wallet addresses, 7.5 million transactions. So this is very, very encouraging for Cardano, right? So pretty good for them. If you are new to the space and you're looking to buy your very first Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other crypto, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on Best Crypto Exchanges. This will give you a list of all the major exchanges out there to choose from.